everybody, welcome back to my channel. First off, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who watched my first video. I got a couple of really sweet messages about it, both on YouTube and Instagram, and I just wanted to take this time to let you all know how much I really appreciate your support and your encouragement. So for this video, I'd like to talk about my 2020 planner and journal lineup, and I have 5 here to show you. They're a lot. And I don't know if they're going to fit in frame because this is a very tight spot that I'm filming in, my kitchen table. So that's all of them. And to a regular person, this might be a lot, and that would be a fair assessment. I can certainly think of several ways where I can streamline my system, but paper planning and paper journaling is my current hobby right now. I'm not spending money on anything else. I'm not buying any new games. I'm not buying any new yarn. It's just stationery and notebooks. With all that said, let's get started. I'm going to start with my planners first. So this is my first planner, which is a Starbucks Moleskine Weekly. I've heard people say Moleskine, and they always seem to say that with confidence, so I think that's the correct pronunciation, but I'm used to saying Moleskine, and anytime I try to say Moleskine, I get tongue-tied, so I'm just gonna say Moleskine for now, so please forgive me if you're a stickler for pronunciation. So this is Starbucks branded. It came from Singapore. I ordered it off of eBay. This is my daily planner. I use this to keep up with my tasks and my appointments. I do use a chore tracker here, which I made myself. To be honest, I probably don't need this anymore because at this point, doing the dishes and prepping my baby's bottles have become a daily habit for me, and I just do it without thinking. I don't even look at my planner when I go off to do them, but it's nice to have like a little task every day that's easy to accomplish, and you can check it off and you can have that tiny dopamine hit which my brain desperately needs. So that's why I keep this little chore tracker here. Otherwise, it's just tasks and appointments that might come up. The next planner I'm using is my personal rings planner. This is a Gillio medium Campagna, which is just absolutely beautiful. This is in the Epica Gold color. This letter, by the way, is from Vanderspec. This is the Tabak letter, and it is also amazing. So this personal rings planner has several purposes. First off, it's my getting things done inbox. If you take a look here, I do have a fold out here for my trigger list and my flowchart and all that, and then I have my inbox, which is very, very messy. I'm sorry you had to see that, but this is also like my messy planner. I do take the effort to make my weekly planner pretty and somewhat organized, but this is just messy, dirty planning. Everything's scratched out. I don't bother with how my handwriting looks, and it's just, yeah, just very, very messy planning. So the first tab is my inbox. If I have any pieces of paper that I need to keep, I use my back pocket here. And any coupons that I need to keep track of, I keep in this secretarial pocket, which I took out earlier when I was grocery shopping. And then the second half of my personal planner is my financial tracker. So I do keep track of how much money we're spending on groceries, and then I do meal planning back here, and my go-to recipes are empty right now. I have a different binder for my recipes, so I haven't got around to doing this, but I'll get around to it eventually. I do keep an inventory of my kitchen, so my fridge, my freezer, and my cupboard. This will give me like a good idea of what we have, and I can plan around my kitchen. So I use my weekly inserts for my meal planner, and again, it is very, very messy. This planner is not for sharing on Instagram or anything like that. This is just for me. And on the back here, I have notes for when I'm taking a phone call and I need to write down something important, like a reference number or a telephone number. I'll just scribble it in the back here. So now we're going to move on to the journals, and I have 3 here to show you. So these are my 3 journals over here. And I will start with this one. This is my daily journal. I write in this every night after my baby's gone to bed, and I make it a point to write 3 pages a day. I got that idea from morning pages, but since I don't really have time to journal in the morning, or at the very least I'm not willing to, because when I wake up I just like to go. So I prefer journaling at night. And it's not anything interesting, as you can see. Most of it's just words, but I also like to doodle sometimes. I like to practice lettering. I use this journal to just talk about my day and what happened, and if my baby and I had a good day. I try to process what I'm feeling, if I'm feeling anxiety or anything like that, or if there is something that I want to accomplish, I write it out and try to plan out what I want to do. My journal actually really helped me process how I was going to start a YouTube channel and help myself just start, because I was very nervous about it, but I knew that I really wanted to try it. So I wrote out all those feelings, and then I was like, okay, fine, let's do this. I also used the back for pen testing because I do use fountain pens. And then I kind of outlined what I was going to say on this video. I typically decorate the cover, which I haven't gotten to yet. So just as an example, this was my previous journal. Again, since I use fountain pens, I do like to keep this attachable pen case. I got this on Mochi Things, and it's got this band at the back, so I can just attach it like that to my journal cover, and this is all in one piece, and I can just take this around the house with me, which is really, really useful. This one is my traveler's notebook. I use this more for traditional scrapbooking, where I use scrapbook paper, stickers, washi tape, whatever else for important family events, happy mail, all that good stuff. I have a little charm here. It's super cute. I also put it up here in this front spring whenever I feel like it. So I have 2 inserts in this traveler's notebook. Again, this is my scrapbook called the memory book. Doesn't matter really, they're just names, but just to give you an idea of what I do in this insert, I do something like this. This was happy mail that my friend sent me shortly after my baby was born. I told her that, now that I have a newborn, I'm going to be home a lot. I'm going to have plenty of time to catch up on reading. So she sent me this really, really cute bookmark. I fetch pages. Isn't that adorable? This is actually last year's insert. I'm really, really behind on my holiday spreads, which is why I haven't started a new insert yet. But once I get that done, I'll start a completely new insert. And this one is super duper chunky. This insert is my generic art journal insert. The title here on the front says sketchbook, and I did intend for this to be more of a doodle practice type of insert, but it eventually morphed into more of like an art journal, junk journal type of thing. And then my last journal here is my baby journal. This is actually a Moleskine weekly planner that I use for journaling, and I basically treat this as a 1 line a day journal where I just write down 1 line about the baby, like if we had a good day, or if we did something special that day, or if he hit a milestone. I'll write it down here. I'm actually very, very behind on this journal. I don't write in this as often as I'd like. Ideally, I would write in this every day, but some days I just don't get to it, and it's more like every couple of days, and then I just backfill the previous dates that I missed. And I plan on doing like a scrapbooking spread on this side of the planner, and I haven't even done that yet. So I have a lot of catching up to do on this baby journal, but I am determined to catch up because I started this when my baby was literally born, and I just want to keep it going. So those are all of my planners and journals for 2020. Just to recap, here is my weekly planner, my personal rings planner, my traveler's notebook with my scrapbook and art journal in it, my daily writing journal, and my baby journal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it interesting, if not helpful. If you have any questions about my lineup, please feel free to leave a comment below. And if you did enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I definitely plan on posting a video every week. This is Spellbound Rose, and I will see you next time.